Welcome back to Heroes and Whiskey. We are printing our way through the D&D 5e Monster Manual, and today we are printing monster number 32, the Demon Queen of Spiders, Lolth. This model from Mini Monster Mayhem is absolutely insane. I know I've said this a couple of times as we've been going through the demons, but a couple of these models have really been my favorite of all time, and this is one of those. It is just so well realized in the way it's interacting with the base, the way it's kind of perched precariously on its feet. Just the overall design is just really, really, really fantastic. Kudos to Mini Monster Mayhem for what they did with this. It really invokes this feeling of dread and terror, and if you don't like spiders, this is not the model for you. If you're looking for Lolths, try to say that 10 times fast. There aren't that many that are specifically called Lolth on my mini factory. There is this one from Jeremy Smith, but you're going to have to do a little bit deeper digging to find some of the others. There's one called Clotho, Weaver of Souls. This one's pretty cool. It doesn't look like it comes from a base from a Cripple God Foundry. Here's one from Claymore Miniatures. I really like this one. Broodmother, Commander of Lilthid. Yeah, this one's really cool. And then there's this one we found from Mini Monster Mayhem. It's called the Mistress of the Deep. I actually had to search for a spider demon queen to find it, but it really looks great. And you can see I didn't print these, but it also comes with extra rock formations that have human bodies kind of webbed up against them. That is a pretty cool look. And then too late for me to print out, but after I finished this episode, Luke came out with this really cool, what's she called? Genenda Tithanoloth Queen. So that's what she is, but so she's got a combination of the spider with that alien queen egg sac thing coming out. So there is no shortage of cool and terrifying spider demon queens to choose from. In terms of how she printed, there were really no issues. Not surprisingly, each leg is a separate piece, but they do a really good job of labeling everything so you know where everything goes. Obviously, the base is quite a large piece and the body is quite large, but it came out really good. Like these spikes along her back are sharp. Her feet are sharp. You know, the only thing that I'd say, and this is not that uncommon, is that the base does have holes where the feet are supposed to go, and they don't necessarily line up, but the legs are flexible enough that you can move them around if you need to slot them into a specific spot. So just really overall, just a great design, the way it interacts with the base. I will say, if anybody in your family is scared of spiders, this is not necessarily the model to print. There were a couple of times where it was just kind of lying on the floor when I was in the middle of the painting process, and I was like, that looks like a real spider. And there's that tendency to want to squish spiders, and I actually found myself having that. Like, that's how real this looks. So as you can see, I mean, overall the model is about 30 feet high in D&D scale. Part of that is because the base itself starts her at about 6 feet off the ground. But you can see that there's a human figure webbed up there that is about the right scale for our Johnny Trinity. But overall, this is just a really imposing model to drop on the table. It would absolutely be a great last battle. In terms of resources, she cost us $15. It did take a little time to print because you got the base and all of the legs print separately, so it was about 9.5 hours of print time. The total cost for all of the monsters that we have printed to date is up to $305, and we are closing in on 6 full days of print time. So if you need a Lolth, you need a Demon Queen of Spiders, this one from Mini Monster Mayhem is fantastic. Next up, we're printing the Bloodlord, Orcus.